And I think I'm live. Yeah, I think I'm live. Remember to guard privacy. Alright, cool. Well, I guess I'll get started. Can you go see if it worked? It's on YouTube. Just start painting, I guess. Anybody should feel free hearing sound. Okay, cool. Got it to work. Yeah, there we go. So, now you're good. Gonna start by dry brushing the base before I get this stuff and creates a good should have done this previously because I really want to show off some airbrushing skills. That's alright. I'm just gonna dry brush around the base. I'm using Eshin Gray to give it a nice cool little color. Nothing too fancy. Starting out just amazing. So, if you're just joining in, I'm painting the miniatures from Primal. Starting off strong with this one. So, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. I do not mind answering because, well, quite frankly, I was a bit of a beginner myself. So trust me when I say I get it. Try not to get my hand in the way of the camera either. So if I do that, I apologize in advance. I am doing this for a friend. Someone asked me to paint their stuff, I shall. Does not bother me in the slightest. And I like to use dry brushing techniques for solid ground because, well, quite frankly, I like the stone look, and I truly think that the stone look looks best when it's dry brush. It kind of makes it look like it's natural. So, switching it up to some Dawnstone, if you can see it, some Dawnstone. So, yeah, get that on, get that on there. And I also use my hands, so forgive that, because I find when you use paper towels or something, I tend to think it removes too much moisture, at least from the bristles of the brush. I truly think it's a little bit easier because it makes it look less chalky. I'll say that. So let's keep going. Okay. Trust me, the interesting stuff is going to come later on. Right now, I am just getting this prepared for something very interesting. Oh shit. First time my hand got in the way. God damn it. Bad hand. Stay away, bad. Get in there. Yeah. I can't complain too much. I don't know if you have the game, if anybody who is watching. It's a great game. I've very much enjoyed it, the time that I spent with it. So, but I enjoy painting miniatures even more. So, no complaints there. All right, let's see what we're working with here. So, kind of give it a nice 1-2 pass. That looks like stone to me, which I just realized I missed a spot. I went ahead and I missed a spot. I'm gonna try to revamp my page into a painting page. Mostly because it's the hobby that I have mainly got into recently. Yeah, my bristles are too wet now. I'm about to grab the other one. Gotta grab the other dry brusher. Glue! Why you do this? No one told you to do that. Okay. Yay. Hello. I'm going to assume that you are the friend I am painting this for. How are you doing tonight? Pause Wild Creations? I'll take it as if the hearts are exactly for that. So, cool. I like the hearts. Oh, okay. You're good in your set. That's good. I can't complain. It's another day, another life. I truly can't complain here. So it's just wow. Oh, what we got? About to bring on the interesting stuff. So that being said, just to kind of match the stone, I think I'm gonna do the same thing to his horns. Just to kind of give it that stonish kind of look as well. So I've done that before. I was actually quite successful. If y'all can, by the way, feel free to share. Like seriously, even if it's just to get people to come, if they have a question about painting, if they have a question about miniatures, if they have any questions about video games in general, I do not mind answering said questions. Board games in general, like that. Or video games too, I guess. Can't knock out the other side. Can't complain too much. That's really wet. Got one more. Yeah, I can't complain. Is my mic coming through okay? Because I had to mess with it before I even got to this. Oh god, not green. We don't need green. I had to mess with it a good bit so it wouldn't screw over. So I really hope the mic's coming in pretty clean enough. I truly pray it is. Get me. You're looking your best, good sir. As good as you're ever going to be. So, has any of y'all ever played Primal before? I'll tell you, it's a really good game. One I'm about to play is actually Inferno. That's actually a really good one. A little muffled, but it sounds fine. Let me try this. How's this? Is this a little bit better? I hope it's a little better anyway. So, yeah. I moved it up to my chin. I literally clipped it to my beard. It's not like you could see it anyway, so. Alright, let's try to make some interesting things happen here. Let's see what we got. So it kind of looks like, I'm looking at the art, some of the artwork. I see a lot of red blended into yellow. So let me see here. And I pray to living Christ. Let me test this. Can y'all hear this? If y'all can, if y'all can't, that'd be great. Like, is that's the main thing that's going to be making probably the most vibration noises. At least if I had to guess. Oh damn! I need the charger. Laptop needs a charger. Bear with me one quick sec. This charger should be somewhere around here.
There's no airbrush sound at all.
No airbrush sound at all? It's not picking it up? Nice. Really? Damn, them mic settings really helped. Alright. Let me... let's put this in here. Get this going. Really? Nice. I like it. I need to connect my Discord. So that'd be pretty awesome. Okay, now back to this. Let's see here. Let's see. Artwork got a little bit of red and yellow. That ought to be very interesting. So I guess I'm gonna start with red. Maybe I should start with orange. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start with... No, not that. Well, maybe that. Get some fire bright orange. Let's see. Somewhere right here. I do not. Should have some yellow somewhere. I know I've never... My yellow can't hide forever. Has to be around here somewhere. Well, I guess I could do white. Yeah, either way, I got a fix for that. That should be simple enough. So now for the interesting part. So I'm gonna take some. Oh well, let's do this. I'll do Troll Slayer orange first. Let's get some Troll Slayer orange first. So I'm not very picky when it comes to brushes. I just started. So bear with me. Oh god. Oh, this orange. The only thing that's gonna suck is I'm gonna have to continuously clean it because this is a little cheapo depot brush. So I'm not fancy, I'm not picky. I just do what I can afford. So I'm truly not picky. That being said, alright, probably need to add a little bit more than that. Let's get some more in that pod. Alright, I don't want to add too much, because I've been burned on trying to clean this damn thing before. There's a little bit more wetness. Alright. Control Slayer Orange in. Got the cover on. Where are we applying it? So it looks like it's mainly on his feet. Mainly on his tail and his mane. Partially his back. Alright. This ought to be very interesting. Let's get this back. And you will see what I am doing soon enough. Let's see. I don't know if anybody can hear it, but... Oh! Dang, that died. Ugh. Always come prepared. Ugh. Let's see. Yep, sorry, phone. You're charging later. Alright. Can you still not hear it? Let's get on his back. Whatever needs to be cleaned up, I could just clean up. And now I'm just trying to get where this flame part is going to be. Mainly. Let's... Alright. It also kind of makes it look like there's flames on the ground. So... Alright. Alright. Well, I guess with that I can actually switch on to red. But not quite yet, because, well, I need this to partially dry at least. Where'd my stuff go? Ah, here it is. Back. So one cool little tip I always found out is that when you're cleaning a brush, let me get this out the way. You can actually hold down the tip and then pull the trigger back, and it's supposed to clean the inside, which is actually pretty cool if you ask me. So you do that with some alcohol or some cleaner. They usually sell them at the craft store for pretty cheap. So then you just get out all the excess until you start seeing clear. But in my particular case, I'm impatient, so I like to wipe the inside of the pod with a towel. Why? Because it's easier. Just a little easier, in my opinion. Moving Chicago. I know this is quite a bit of a drastic turn from a gaming page, but that's what I've been up to these past many months and many years. So I apologize if anybody was expecting that. Yeah, you go right there. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with that color. Some Wazdaka red. So let's see. Get all this on. Like I said, if anybody is willing to, I appreciate it if you share the live. That'd be really awesome of you. Something I would not mind getting back into. So, very much not mind getting back into live streaming. But like I said, I want to revamp my channel into a mini painting channel. Mainly because what I enjoy doing. That looks dry enough. Get the red. Let's get some red on there. Try to focus mainly on the tips. Not get too close. I'm gonna get it. That got a nice little surprise. I'm going just to kind of bring this all together. I'm just trying to get this in a good enough position just to kind of cover all of those cracks that he has on them, because that looks like where this stuff is kind of escaping from. I'm gonna get it. Alright, okay, almost there. Oh shit, god dang it. Mhm. Okay, think that works. A little bit more red here. Let's kind of get this bit of a comparison here. Yeah, still asking for yellow. I still see some yellow that needs to be added. But like I said, I have an idea for that. Nothing too fancy. So, y'all, who's sending the hearts? Thank you. I appreciate the hearts very much. Let's kind of get this cleaned again. So, how was everybody's day, by the way? I can't really complain myself. Yeah, no. Gross. But I suppose I had a pretty decent day today. I can't complain, at least. I mean, why would I? I really, truly cannot complain. Today was a pretty decent day. There's always other ones, right? Oh, say hello. Let's get this cleaned out. Your, come on. Okay. Alright, so just need to do a bit of white, and then I can go over that with yellow. Because quite frankly, I don't have yellow. I don't know why. Thought I did. Let's see. That'll work. That always works. You go over there. Okay. Get some white. I'm using Corax white. Like I said, it could be an off-white. It could probably be any white, really, but it's gonna go just giving some touches a little bit over that red just so I can put some yellow. That's all. Just so I can get some touches. Yeah, see, like with what's already in there, I already got a little bit of white, a little bit of off-white. Oh, crud. It turned pink. Really? Why'd you turn pink? Yeah, that's my fault. It's totally my fault. Reset. Get the bubbles. Get the bubbles. Get them bubbles out so it doesn't clog my shit. Mm, a little bit of wasted, but that's alright. Stop it. And I'm not just going to be painting this one. I'm going to try to go through all of them. So feel free if you're painting miniatures, or especially if you're painting these, feel free to paint along. Well, I don't expect everybody to have a brush, an airbrush, but hey, who am I to judge? So I can't complain too much, though. I don't need pink, I need white. I need it to be white. We're gonna get you. By the way, in case you're wondering what's in here, it's just a bottle of alcohol. And I'm also airbrushing over a sheet of white paper so I don't get anything on my desk. Why? Because, well, it's easier that way. Alright. I think it's pretty safe to use white now. I think it's safe where the white won't turn pink. That'd be funny if it did. That just tells me, oh crap, you still got some red in there. Alright. You, go away. Ugh. It's scoopy. Alright, get some white. I don't even need much white on it. It's enough to where I can get a yellow contrast over it. That's all I need. Just need a little bit of yellow. Not even much. The white's going to mainly go in the cracks. And even then, I might use yellow over that, just to make it look like there's some kind of flamish lava coming off of him. So, hey, you person that I'm doing this for, how are you? This one? Alright, cool. I was about to say. Alright, how am I looking at this? Let's see. It's a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Doesn't need to go much. Just need to get a little bit of yellow. And I know it's white, but I'm going to go over it with yellow. Almost figured it out. I'm only doing this because I don't have yellow. Like, dude, I am so glad these came such in a safe thing. Kind of just proves that these are some pretty tough miniatures, if you ask me. Ah, dude, that's all good. We all got lives. I mean, look at my life. I'm painting miniatures. I can't complain. It's a nice life. I'm gonna have to clean the crap out of my brush afterwards, though. I already ran out of white here. I thought I didn't need much. So, have you tried playing Primal yet? Like, I know I just got the miniatures to paint for you, but like, have you tried playing it at all? So, just a question. And I also meant to ask, how's Dragon Eclipse? Is that any good? That was another one that was kind of on my list for me and my wife to play. Which, yep. And it's not spewing out. God damn it. That means it needs to be cleaned. Played it a couple times, tutorial, then once expedition mode against specific monster, actually. Yeah. Clearly you must have liked it enough to get the miniatures painted, so that's always a plus. Yep, I'm gonna have to clean this thing thoroughly before I can continue. God damn it. I guess it just goes to show you shouldn't buy cheap things. Or maybe it was because of that. I don't know. Nope, definitely not that. So yeah, I gotta go clean the needle out. This one wrecked me and a friend. Which monster? Don't tell me it was the first one. The first one was easy. Well, I say easy, but you know, what's easy to some may not be that easy for others. Dragon Eclipse is great. It is co-op. If you have any love for Pokemon, it'll be perfect for a two-player campaign. My wife likes Pokemon. I like Pokemon too, don't get me wrong. Just she's more of a Pokemon fanatic than I am. So that's my point. Mike's still coming in alright, like nothing too shoddy, too shady. My wife's on here listening for me, but you know, others' opinions won't hurt. Yee. Look at that. That was gross. Even without Pokemon love is still good, I imagine. Yeah, yeah. I mean, a buddy of mine named Mike told me about it a little bit, but I I just wasn't. Unfortunately, I just wasn't part of the campaign. All right, you time to come undone. If anybody ever wants a tip on cleaning your airbrushes, take it apart, and clean that needle. That needle makes a huge difference. I don't know if you could see it on camera, but whenever it's got some paint and goop on it, it's not going to push everything through. So, always good to give it a nice wipe down at least, which I can feel some of the crust on it. So that told me that it needed to be cleaned. Looks like that's not the only thing that needs to be cleaned. So don't mind me, I just want to make sure it's done right. Make this as entertaining as possible. Ooh, maybe that's why. Maybe that's got something to do with it. Let's see if that helps. Even without Pokemon, though, it's yeah. I just read that. Duh. But yeah, just making sure the brush is cleaned thoroughly. That's all. Because when you start getting no air, if you start getting spritz all over the miniature, that's when you know you got problems. But it's actually surprisingly easy to clean. A lot of people seem to be intimidated by it. Easy to take apart. Let me get in there a little bit. I'm gonna get it. No, not coming from there. Ow. Alright, let's get the needle back in. Put it back on. Get this back on. And let's see what we got. Haha! And we have liquid coming out. Sweet. That works. What other games are you into, dude? I'm actually waiting for it to arrive tomorrow. I recently ordered the Dark Souls RPG minis, so probably gonna paint those on here as well sometime. Why? Because I can. That should be milky enough. They always say that whenever you go ahead and use an airbrush, you want a milk color, but sometimes even thinner than that. Oh, got white. Yay. Oh, got some white. Yeah, that's better. Let's see. If y'all can hear this, I apologize in advance. Let's get around this. Trying to get around the cracks mainly. You'll see what I'm doing. Just like the blend that it creates. That's why I started using airbrushing. Just looks cooler in my opinion. Alright, don't you start. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, played Elder Scrolls. Dude, I played Elder Scrolls with my buddy this weekend. Well, like 2 weekends ago. And oh my god, what quest did you do? Because we did the Dark Brotherhood and we were orcs. And like, dude, we were freaking. For some reason, we just felt like really loud and very obnoxious orcs. It was hilarious. That's a good one. I like Elder Scrolls. Never played Kinfire Chronicles and Voidfall. I actually just got in Dice Throne X-Men yesterday. So that's pretty cool. I forgot, have you painted this one before or not? How's white versus yellow for that? Okay, so I don't have yellow for some reason. I can't find a yellow to save my damn life. Did Dark Brotherhood in the Black Marsh. Yeah, we did it in Cyrodiil. So what I'm doing is it's a little bit of cheating, but I'm gonna have to go get some yellow. What I am doing right now is I'm coating what goes in white or where the yellow is gonna go, and then I'm gonna go over it with a wash to make it yellow, if that makes sense. Trust me, it's gonna be yellow. Excuse me. I promise you, it will be yellow. Sometimes when you gotta do, you gotta do. Probably gonna go out and buy some yellow tomorrow. That way I don't have to run into this issue again. Just to be sure. What what class were y'all like? What did y'all pick? Like I said, I was orc, an orc knight, and my buddy was an orc wizard, I believe. I think that was the name of the class. Questline was just okay. We expected some, yeah. Even in Cyrodiil, I'll give you that one. Even in Cyrodiil, because it kind of felt like, oh hey, you see here, there's a dude here. Go kill him. Okay, you done with that? Cool. They got another place over here. Go kill that guy. So it's like the Dark Brotherhood quests, even in Skyrim, dealt with like what's the word I'm looking for? It dealt with more gritty assassination or reasons, more gritty reasons behind assassinations. I'll say. So I'll give you that. It's felt a little weird doing so. Uh oh. No 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 no. You come back. Hmm. It's very interesting how this is doing this. Not sure why. Not sure which one we're going to necessarily do next, but I'm almost certain it'll be something akin to continuing in Cyrodiil. The only thing that I find kind of sucks about it, and I agree with my buddy on this one, the game itself, and I know that they probably still have a lot of content to put out for it, but the game itself feels like it's gonna overstay its welcome a little quicker than something like a Too Many Bones. I say that because the you only get like 5 endgame bosses, if that makes sense. Because it's great with the gameplay. You don't have that many different enemies to be fighting, so it's like they could have produced more content for it, I guess, is the argument. So don't mind me, I'm just clearing this up. Wow, that tastes bad. Just trying to clean this out good so I don't have to worry about it. Very different ways that you can clean your airbrush. Yes, ma'am. You going to bed? All right, my love. Love you. So, only did first session today 11. It's paused. Yeah, it's supposed to carry over, but a lot of stuff, like what I'm saying is, you'll see some of the same enemies starting to pile in over and over and over. Oh, of course. But when they start, what I think the game needs mostly, it's an easy fix. What I think it needs mainly is just a little tweak in, like, maybe extra enemies or more variety of enemies, in my opinion. That's all. Maybe even some extra bosses. Wrong way. But that's just me. So, not entirely sure. Need to get my local board game group on this. They told me that they would watch me paint miniatures if I ever decide to go back to streaming. Let's see. All right. But yeah, I'm hopeful too. Let's see. Yeah. All right, cool. I think I am done with that. Now I can go back to the brush. Like I said, just needs. I had to do it this way because I don't have yellow, and the picture kind of showed yellow mixing in with the flames. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna find my brush, kind of thin it down a little bit. Just kind of go over all the white spots with yellow. Hence, all the white that I did, just to kind of give it some stuff. Yes, ma'am. 121. Alright. It's better than last time. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the result in a sec. Show you what I mean. See? And now you have yellow. Like I said, I'm gonna go into the cracks so I can go ahead and I'm gonna put the cracks very white and possibly do yellow in there as well. That way it can go ahead and actually look like there's crap going inside of him. Make it look like he's actually filled with flame or lava or whatever. So that's all. It probably wouldn't hurt to go over it with like another red just to kind of give it some red too. Nothing too crazy. I just realized he doesn't have much of a front. That's alright though. It can be fixed. Boy. Yeah, one of my wife and I's favorite game is Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein. Me and my wife tend to gravitate towards that one a lot. Why? Because we like it. Alright. So yeah. You good, my love? Mm. Alright, my love. Just asking. So he could have some red. Kind of make it look like some flames are coming out of him. Wet that a little bit more. Alright. I'm getting there. It's clear. This dude seems to have quite a bit of red about him. At least according to the artwork. Just trying as many ways to blend it, but you know, I find airbrushing blends it the easiest. So, goddamn. Yeah, getting there. If you can see it, hopefully you can see it. Not, I apologize. Just trying to get this dude going. Alright. Probably wouldn't hurt to go over it again with white and then cover back in yellow. Possibly, at least. Oh, of course you think it does. My wife, my loving wife, everybody. She always likes to mess with me. Oops. Didn't mean to add that much. I got an idea. Sometimes you gotta create your own freaking stuff. Don't mind my wife, she's always messing with me. In fact, I got an idea. Need this back. I really wish I had dropper bottles. That makes it so much easier. It's like I'm going back to the airbrush after all. But hey, at least I got Yeah, not much help. Yeah, that was a hell of a lot easier. I should have just done that from the get-go. That was a hell of a lot easier. Damn. Oh, dang it. Hands in the way again. Have you thought of doing TikTok? I actually have a TikTok. That's where most of I paint my stuff at. That's where you'll mostly see my videos. It's filled with all sorts of goodies in there. I thought you were spraying air because we can't hear it. Well, I'm so sorry if my air is not distracting. Please forgive me, Your Highness. All right, how you liking it so far, my guy? At least I hope you like it. It is your mini after all. Now I gotta clean my dang brush again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was aiming for great, unlike my wife who thinks I'm aiming for shit. And don't worry, that's just the airbrushing step. I need to still uh kind of clean it up with the claws and whatnot. Do you want to do so? Here's an idea, and I'll ask you. You know how they have the little dividers in the front? I did this for mine, and it was to kind of help make them stand out a little bit. Um, I did that I painted them like a certain color to kind of match. That's a lot. I don't need that much. Go back in there. I did that so you can kind of like identify it a little bit better on the table. So if that's something you're interested in me doing, I can do it. If not, cool. It's cool either way. Come on, clear out that yellow. Clean out that yellow. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Okay, so no, it's cool. So in the game, how it divides the front with these little pieces. That way, you know you're standing in this section, the back section, whatever. Um, what I ended up doing for mine, I painted those a solid color, and the reason I did that is because it helps identify the front. So it helps, yeah, it helps identify the front quadrant. Correct. Like, do you want them to kind of look like they're a part of the rocks, or would you like them a solid color to help them stand out so you can identify the front more? That's all I'm asking. So. And trust me when I say it helps. It almost kind of gives it a, what's the term I'm looking for? Kind of like a, it makes sense to do the lines for playability, right? But is that something you would like me to do? Let me go back and see your picks. Yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about. So, yeah, step, stay. What color did you do depending on contrast? Well, it was okay. So, like for example, for the if I did it to this one, I did actually I didn't get to this one yet. Um, I would do this one red for an example, just to kind of showcase, yeah, just something to help it stand out that it's dependent on the monster. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Decide that while I'm cleaning up the brush again. Yeah, that's all it depends on. It's just completely dependent on the yeah, I guess you could say it's dependent on the contrast. But I would definitely do this one red or yellow. And it's just to show this is the front. That way you can identify it quickly on the table. That's all. Yep, let's do it. All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Just to see if that was something you were interested in. I know it doesn't have the grandest of table presence, but you know, I would at least think it would at least, like I said, help with gameplay ability or something. All right, let's see. What else can we do? So that's pretty much that. Let's see what else this guy looks like. Okay. Yeah, it clearly just looks like that's pretty much it. Well, with what I'm gonna do, anyway. Now I can go on to filling in those cracks, just to kind of make it look like it's coming from out of him and not necessarily around him. If that makes sense. Because clearly this is like a magical creature, if I had to guess. Excuse me. And he probably develops that lava base within him or something, if I had to guess. Alright, let's see. Let's break out the white. Nothing too shabby. Nothing big deal either. White in there. Now comes the interesting part. The moment my brush will let me clean it. Alright. This ought to work just fine. Okay. So, that being said, get this in there. This will pretty much make it to where It's probably gonna bring in all this yellow and red together. That's all I'm doing. Oh, thank you. Like I said, I try. What blows people's minds when I tell them this, I always don't like to toot my own horn, but I've only been painting miniatures for 2 years. Why did you dry brush the brush if you brush the paint, if you're gonna brush it again? So I did that for a reason. I dry brushed it first. It was fine as is. The airbrush, the colors that are going over it, kind of create a glow effect going around him. That's why I did that. Now what I'm doing right now, I wish I had freaking scar white. That would be so much easier. Now what I'm doing right here, I'd like to think that the hottest part about him is coming from inside these cracks. So what I'm doing is going to fill in these cracks. And I don't consider myself a great painter. I really don't. I am very mediocre because I know there's way better out there than me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm aiming for talented. Thank you. My point being is just like that's why I don't like to toot my own horn because I know there's people way better out there than I am. That's my point. Would I like to get there? Sure. Anybody would like to get there to tell the truth. But maybe one day I will. How you found me, Sprouts on Pause, just going through lives? If you don't mind me asking. Because what I want to do, to tell the complete honest truth, I want to revamp my channel. And it used to be a video game channel, but I want to revamp it into a painting miniature channel. So I tried the video game thing on Twitch, started to feel more like a job than anything that wasn't turning out anything. So I was scrolling through my For You page and saw this. Well, hey, good to know that algorithms like me, I could probably do a lot better if I would have actually cared. Probably could have found more people if I actually dove into my broadcast manager. Oh, that going through the cracks very nicely. Key trick, more water. Well, kinda. Ew, get in there, buddy. Yeah, filling them cracks. It's going nice, pretty yellow whenever I'm done. Nice to know the algorithm cares about me somewhat. Is my point. Yeah, I truly try. Like, I'm not one for tooting my own horn. I just try to go through life one day at a time. Really do. The most relaxing I can get nowadays, where I can just throw all of my focus onto it, is painting miniatures. That's why I gravitate towards it so much. More pizzazz. Did I make the figures? No, I did not make the figures. These come from a board game called Primal the Awakening. It's basically Monster Hunter the board game. Even though technically there is a Monster Hunter board game out there. So it's just, to me, it's kind of done better. And I'm not being sponsored by them or anything, although I would love to. Reggie Games, oh God, please sponsor me. Uh, but yeah, there's just game I really like. I think the models are beautiful. Are you painting them for the creators of the board game? No, I am not. I'm painting this for a friend. It's a commission job technically, but you know, he saw p- pictures of my work and then decided to reach out to me and ask if we just got to talking and no, we just got to talking and he asked me to paint his stuff. It's short, sweet, to the point. So, you play board games much? Yes, no, maybe so. Andrew, what the hell are you doing on here? What you doing on this late at night, bro? You got work in the morning. I can't say shit. Neither. So do I. All right. Let's see. What can we do about that face? They posted his photo. Yeah, that. Well, they posted one. They told me that if they would like to continue posting as more stuff would come out. So yeah, tell me about it. Oh Lord. Well, I wish you the best of luck in journey. I am subscribed, so I will watch later. Have a nice night. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for popping on. I really appreciate that. Trying to think of what the hell to do about all that. Trying to think here. Ew. Always them dang kids. Let me think. I want to just call it here because I'm pretty sure it needs more. Yeah. You have a good night. Really appreciate it. And also thank you for the follow. Would not mind growing my YouTube channel some more. What are we thinking about? I'm thinking about a lot of things, but I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna do his horns. One thing I can do. I'm looking at the artwork, his horns just seem to be the same, like a stonish color. It's oh crap, I forgot the name of it. Oh, Behir, I think his name is. Just think Monster Hunter, Andrew. Oh, it's not hard. It's literally just let it dry a little bit and kind of go over it. I was planning on going over it with the same wash of yellow, but maybe a bit of a brighter yellow or something. The hottest spot's supposed to be like I would think the hottest spot would be in those cracks. So, and that's usually yeah. It's like damn, I'd have to go dig in deep. I'd have to dig deep for the name of this one. So, let me think here. I mean, I could leave it white, but I can go over yellow. It's really up to you. I will leave it completely up to you. But I need to go back over those claws and kind of paint those black, because his claws are black. So, nope, that's not it. Where is my black? Ah, got the black. I got the black. That sounds so wrong, but I got it. So I also have another idea what I can do to this base. I don't know how down you'd be, but to bring this... Okay, so it is Karja, whatever the hell his name is. I don't know how down you'd be for this, but I can turn this base into a lava base. What I mean by that is they have this paint. I just had it. They have this paint called Mordant Earth. Okay, what it does on dry on contact, it's made for this kind of situation. It's a base paint. It's a texture paint, and I did this to make it look one of the miniatures I painted. I did it to make it look toxic, but the same thing can be done for lava bases. I took it, and it's a crackle paint. So like you paint everything underneath, and it kind of looks like everything just cracked. Like it actually, it's supposed to make it look like lava cracks, stuff like that. I don't know if that's something you would be interesting to do as well to bring this to life. But again, I will leave that up to you. So, up to you, buddy. And as of right now, I need to paint his claws because his claws don't go yellow. Claws are black. Yeah, get some black claws going. So, does that be something you'd be interested in, my guy? That would be cool, kind of like cracking. Yes, that's the point. There's a bunch of different YouTube videos on it. I'll show you what I mean. But that's gonna have to wait until the paint fully dries, because the steps you take on it are there's a few steps you got to do in order to prepare yourself for it. So the first step being you get everything prepared for the actual lava. That means you do mixes of yellow, mixes of orange, mixes of whites, stuff like that. Once you get that down, then you add the orange, and then you add the reds, such and such. Once you get them colors mixed and blended in very well, it goes ahead and then you add PVC glue so that the crackle paint doesn't pick it up. So, oh, okay, cool. Well then, I shall roll with it. I will roll with it. And I will start. This is going to take the most, so let's do it like this. Where was it? I just had it. Alright. So, you go ahead. Start with yellow. Trust me, it'll all be worth it in the end. You get yellow. Paint it all over the base. You'll see what I mean. And rocky terrain is like the friggin' perfect thing for this. Uh-oh. What happened? Nobody can see me. Oh, what fun. My phone died. Oh, shit. Well, I'm done with this. I should have done this already. Yeah, can y'all still hear me? Ugh. Oh, I'm coming. Sam, can y'all still hear me? I'm gonna come back. Don't worry. Alright, y'all can still hear me, so give me a minute. I found an app that lets my phone be used as a camera. So it just waiting for that to come back on. Alright, I'm coming. My phone just turned back on. Bear with me. Come on, baby. Alright, cool. It's good to know that y'all could still hear. Come on. Turn back on. You know you want to. Alright, let's see. Alright, should be back on. There we go. So yeah, like I was saying, you paint, you get reds, start with yellow, you get in some, so the biggest thing you start with is yellow, like I said. So boom, got the yellow in. Girl, let's get this. Let's fix my camera angle because I have to turn my phone back on. There we go. So once you get the yellow in, and you want to hit it with some orange, the wetter the paint, the better it blends, from my understanding. Can y'all see the camera now? So let's get oranges in. Okay. Get oranges all over the place. Trust me, you will see the difference of what I'm doing here. Which really, that's what I'm asking. Can you guys see the camera? At least I hope you guys can. Okay. Let's get that in there. Alright, there's the orange. And now you do red. Okay, you want to try to get the red around mainly the orange. Sam, can y'all see the camera? Alright, cool. That's what I wanted to make sure of. That everywhere. Doesn't matter the pattern that you use. I'm going to have to let it dry fully first. So bear with me on there. Because you, like, when I say you got to let it dry, I mean you have to legitimately let it dry. Once you get, I was hoping for magic, camera cuts out and it's back on and it would be finished. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. So once you get that, get some darker spots. Probably gonna go with a slaughter red as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. One color I can go with always is my Terror Flesh red. That's my darkest red that I have. Just to kind of give it some some of the darker spots. It'll all make sense, I promise. Some of the darker bits and shaded areas. Alright, so now that's what you're left with. But now I gotta wait for that to dry. Because it does not work if you don't let it dry. So, yeah. Can't wait to start painting my Dark Souls minis on here too. Currently, right now, I'm also painting Warhammer for another guy, one of my local dudes. So, but once this dries, which probably gonna have to let it sit out overnight to dry. Trying to think of what else I could do here. And trust me, I know it's not looking like much, but once that crackle paint gets on there, I promise it'll bring it out. I'm just debating to go over the white inside with yellow, which I think I'm gonna do. So, you know, Andrew, you guys really seem stressed at work today. But I can only imagine why. Yeah, yeah. Like I told my buddy, trust the process. It's a process. And it takes a while to do. Meantime, trust me, you'll see a finished product by tomorrow, I promise. All the new workflow crap, yeah, I can imagine. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm starting to like the yellow a little bit better inside. Wait, oh shit. Ah, it wasn't my fault. Thank you for catching that. But at least that makes it look a little bit more random. But yeah, I kind of like the yellow inside of the cracks a little bit better. No. You think they're gonna make us work from home tomorrow, Andrew? I haven't heard anything yet. I just know that they're monitoring the weather right now. So, all right. Yeah, I so prefer the yellow inside these cracks. Probably I already work from home anyway. Lucky. I can't say shit. I work from home an hour every single day. Yeah, I really gotta say that that looks so much better. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell us we gotta work from home tomorrow. Thank you. I was getting to that. All right. He's coming out pretty goddamn good. All right. Plan on it. Yep. No, I'm definitely planned on it. So I can't complain if we do. I haven't even checked to see if we got an update on the email. So it's all good though. All right. Not much left that I could do here without waiting for that to dry. Let me see. Hmm. Well, what I can do is this. I mean, the past few days, yeah, it has. I can touch up the horns a little bit. Let's see. I can also not per se do that. But being this is black, can I get some highlights on here as well? Because I kind of like how this right here is making the horns look like they're having some glow effect on from off the flame. I don't want that to be completely flamed out. Yeah, it has been storming. What about over there, Brandon? It's been storming pretty bad in your neck of the woods? I would hope not. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of right next door to us, so I would imagine y'all would get some of it. Let's see. All right, I can do a little bit of white. Not much, just to kind of hit the edges. Nothing too serious to cancel work or close streets, but pretty good. Oh, the first chance they get, whenever we get bad storms, they try to close shit down. Just to kind of this. I don't want it to be too much. I just wanted to capture the edges so I can do a good highlight. Kind of make them stand out. Not too bad. All I still need to do is teeth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's coming. Kind of like the way he's coming out, actually. But as long as you like him, I guess that's all that matters. No, 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 no. Too much, too much, too much. I want to get some, a little bit more definition than what I got. That's all. Don't mind me one bit. I was hoping to get this done in an hour, but clearly the program doesn't like me because now it's saying, "Hey, you're using this." It doesn't like me. Trying not to touch the yellow. Hmm, I think all I got left, good sir, pretty much is the base. And I'm just waiting for the paint to fully dry. But pretty much, he 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 himself is pretty much done. What do you think? Thoughts? All I got left is the base, and that'll tie everything together. And I gotta wait for that to dry overnight. I'm also going to paint the rim. Obviously, I'm not gonna leave it like this. So Yeah. I'm gonna try to do this at least every other night. Ew. But he himself is finished. I guess I just need to do the base now. Ugh. Ah, paint. So, at least I hope you like it. A better look at it. I like him. You can send me some pics after. The base looks like a toddler got a hold of it and finger paint. Fuck you. Just check Teams and email. Nothing yet about work. He likes it, Sam. That's all that matters. Ah, so, finger painting. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Dad. Oh, bro, any fucking chance she can get to talk trash, she fucking will. That's how she is. I mean, come on, Andrew. You remember the Twitch days? How much shit she talked? Oh man. But no, as long as Brandon likes it, that's all that matters. It's his stuff. Yeah. Not sure if the gray could be darker to match better, maybe. So what I can do with that, I have an idea for them. And you brought that up. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. Nope, not that. I don't know where it's at. I know it's in here. Ah, or dark gray. Don't know my color. It's also my lighting, so forgive that. But I got an idea. Got the white marks on your face. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for pointing that out. I still got to do his teeth, but you know, there. I did the white marks on his chest. So this will bring the gray, giving it some volume. This color, or this wash contrast color, is called Grave Lord Gray. This is gonna kind of darken it, but still keep its highlights. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have just stopped at gray and didn't do air dry brush and white on top. Probably would have been a lot better. I just wanted to kind of bring it back up some. But yeah, see? Ugh. It darkened it a hair. Like I can even go back down to black. My wife, everybody. You can see how long we've lasted in marriage. That's the key trick. Fellas, let your wife talk shit about you constantly. Thank you. I appreciate it. I still got to do the teeth, though. That's... See? Maybe not. No, yeah. Dry, damn you! Let's see. Let's get... Nope, not that. Where's my wraith bone? Nope, not that. Definitely not that. I got a drawer full of friggin' crap. Mm-hmm. Some wraith bone color. It can actually look like teeth. Just to kind of give it some, make it stand out that it looks like teeth. That's all. This is almost done drawing, ready for the PVC. The PV glue, whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this fully dry, and I will send you a picture of the finished product tomorrow, man. So I hope you like it. I really, really do. Could you give it the red? I sure can. Like I told you, I would keep in contact of red eyes. I don't know how much you could see it, but yeah, that's what I just put. I don't know how much you could see it, but yeah. Thank you, Andrew. Oh, trust me. Like once I add in that crackle paint, it's gonna bring it all together. I promise. It's not gonna look so. Not say look so, but like it's gonna help the red and the yellow on him stand out more. I promise. So, but all right, that's all. Thank you, good sir. That's all I can do tonight. I gotta wait for that to fully dry, which hopefully that'll be done by the morning. Or if I can get it to dry somehow faster. I don't know. But we shall see. But I promise, bro, I'm gonna send you the finished product tomorrow. And when I hop back on to do the other ones, I will let you know whenever I yeah. Yep. Center. Center. There. Best I can do. So yeah, when I do the other ones, I will let you know when I work on those, and you could watch me paint those as well if you'd like. So anybody else who has joined in and watched, I appreciate it. So you good people have a good night. Later.